Okay, are black women the enemy? Are they the enemy to their own people? Now, that question pretty much is birthed out of the chaos and the confusion that's going on with the so-called black community. And we know that the black women are pretty much single, and it's children being raised up by these women. And see, these women, they don't know the truth, and that's what's keeping them in pretty much bondage. And that's what's destroying the whole community. And you can't get the truth to the women because uh their hatred for correction is something that they despise. They despise correction and criticism. So it's something that you can't even present to them. But Hosea chapter 4 verse 6 in the Hebrew scriptures, it gives you insight into the situation. It say, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. See, they reject knowledge. They don't want to know anything about themselves. They just want to look at everybody else. And they don't understand that these other nations and other people that hate our nation and that's jealous of our nation, they use them as a pawn in this chess game, because life is a chess game. Now, you can stay blind and live in bliss in your blindness and just seek pleasure, or you can try to wake up and open your eyes and help your people. Because having a lack of knowledge is not gonna help your people. Only looking out for yourself is not gonna help your people. Hating your people is not gonna help you, because you're gonna need your people one day. And see, this society hates their people, so they rather go with the society and say, I'm not connected to no people. I'm only connected to the white Jesus, to Christianity. That's my only connection to anything. I can care less about a people. I can care less about my family. I can care less about my bloodline. You see, because my only focus is on white Jesus. Or my only focus is on love everybody Islam. Because they're not gonna get away from the criticism either, because they're part of the problem. Now, when you go to Proverbs, King Solomon uh, wrote in Proverbs 28:6, he said, better is the poor that walk in his uprightness than he that is perverse in his ways, though he be rich. See, they follow the so-called white man because these people are rich. They own all of the institutions and businesses that have any importance in all the communities in their country. See, and so they respect what they say. See, a poor man, nobody listens to what he's saying. Nobody care about what he thinks. He don't have any friends. Nobody consider him. But see, the problem is that these women is a part of those people that feel that way, and they've been raised up and trained, indoctrinated, and programmed to think that way. But see, the creator of all things, who gives wisdom, which he gave to Solomon, King Solomon, because King Solomon asked for wisdom, and he gave King Solomon wisdom and riches above all humans that unwalk the earth. Now, when you see verse 6, he say, better is the poor that walk in his uprightness. Now, they not going to look at the man of the Lord, the man that fear the Lord, and say he is better than a so-called high value man. And high value mean he has money. See, he has value, uh, which goes back to money and riches. See, they don't understand that a poor man is better than a rich man. And we talking about the men of the Lord. Because most men of the Lord, they not gonna be rich, first of all. Because the Lord he don't operate with the rich people. Let's get this in Psalms. Because see, this is a simple stuff that these women don't understand. Okay, Psalms 73. Now this King David. Psalm 73. Um, let's see here. Psalm 73, verse 12. It say, behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. See, the ultimate, and let me jump back up to Psalm 73 and 3. It say, for I was envious at the foolish. See, this is what these women are. They're envious of the foolish. It says, for I was envious of the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. Now, this wicked goes back to the so-called white man. That is one of his so-called nicknames that the Lord gave him. That's one of the roles that the Lord made him have to play. And so these women are envious of the so-called white woman. They're envious of the so-called white man and how they prosper. That's why all of these pork chop eating pastors, that's what they push on the people. Now, when you go back to Proverbs 28 and 6, it say, better is the poor that walketh in his uprightness. See, to the Lord, it's better for the poor, because they not going to be having too many people envy them, first of all, and the stuff that they going to be doing is going to be genuine. And people don't understand that dynamic. Now I want to get um that other statement Solomon said about the riches, because the men of the Lord, they know how to be in between. See, they're not gonna just be dirt filthy, dirt poor. They gonna have a balance. And see, that's what people don't understand. The Lord deals with balance. Now I'm in Proverbs. Let's see. Proverbs 31. It looks like Proverbs 31. He pretty much say, give me not, I don't want to be rich or I don't want to be poor. Just give me what I need. Give me what's sufficient. Okay, I think it's Proverbs 30, starting at verse 8. It say, remove from me vanity and lies, me give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me. Now this is the mentality that the man of the Lord is gonna have. They're not gonna go, or this is what he gonna give the man of the Lord. They're not gonna be in poverty, but they're not gonna be chasing riches because they're in captivity. You being in captivity and being rich, first of all, you're gonna have to do a lot, and you're gonna have to do some wickedness for somebody to give you their riches like that. And you're not gonna be able to serve the Lord because you gotta be exposing these wicked, and not most of them, the wicked is wicked. So you got to expose them for their wickedness. So you can't be kissing up to them because they not finna let you even be around them if they know you are a major factor in exposing them. That's like a criminal. He on the run and he finna go hang with the police. He finna work with the police. He gonna stay far. He gonna stay keep his distance from the police, and he not even gonna have no kind of association with them. You see, that's how it is for the men of the Lord. And if you pretty much get caught up in that situation, uh that's gonna be just the plan of the Lord to do whatever he trying to do. But on the majority's level, you're not finna be up under no rich wicked person, and he gonna be supplying you with riches unless he know, just like these rappers, he know you are poison to your people, so he'll give you all types of money. See, Oprah and these other people that pushing the agenda of the so-called white man, he gonna supply you with all kind of money, and he know that you pretty much is poison to your people. You're not finna be coming against him and he gonna give you riches. And so that's why we know who the enemy is, because who are the so-called educated, who are the people that he props up in his kingdom? He prop up the women. Let me get that in Isaiah. In his kingdom, he propped the women up. Isaiah 3 and 12, it says, as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead you cause you to error and destroy the way of your paths. So this is why the women rule over the children and the men, because the so-called white man, the devil, the adversary to our nation, he propped these women up. See, and so that's how they pretty much play the role of the enemy, because the main enemy pretty much prop them up, give them all kind of riches and power, you see, through his philosophy. See, he can give out philosophy like Christianity. You supposed to bow down and worship this woman and live your life to please this woman. She's not there to help you. You there to help her and please her and worship her. That's the philosophy he gives. And so that's gonna destroy the peoples off the rip. Now, let me get Daniel, because this is the simple thing that he did. Daniel chapter 7, verse 25. It say, and he, talking about the so-called white man, shall speak great words against the Most High. You see, he pushed atheism, he pushed evolution, he pushed same-sex marriage, he pushed, you see, that God don't exist, or he pushed Christianity. All of the commands that he gave you and the lifestyle he wants you to live, you don't have to live that lifestyle anymore. You see, it says, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. See, the saints of the Most High are not him. He's not the saints of the Most High. They are the people that's in captives. They are the people that's in captivity. Let me get that. It's proof on who the saints are. See, the saints are in captivity. It says, Revelation chapter 13, verse 10, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. See, the saints is in captivity. They're in slavery. They're in bondage under the so-called white man. And so this is not talking about everybody. The so-called white man is the last kingdom to rule. This is his rulership. And so he is wearing out the saints. But how is he doing this? Going back to Daniel 7 and 25, it say, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High and think to change times and laws. See, when he changed the law of, they say the law is done away with. That's not even hard to understand. A child can understand that. If somebody tell you that the police station is shut down, that's not hard to understand. You know that the police station is shut down. You can go do whatever you want to do. There's nobody finna come out here and arrest you. There's nobody gonna come out here and tell you that you can't do that because the police station is shut down. That's what this dragon, this deceiver, have told the people. And so mainly the main people that's feeding into it and that's believing it is the so-called black woman. Now let's identify. We already identified the women with Isaiah chapter 3. It shows you who the saints are. The saints is a community of women that rule over their men. It's only one group of women on the planet Earth that's ruling over their men. That's the so-called black women in America, the descendants of slaves in America, mainly from the west coast of Africa, the dark-skinned women. Now, there's other women that's connected to their nation, and they pretty much rule over their men too. They just don't have money problem. See, some of their men still have a little bit of money or a little bit of stability, but when you look at the data, they men ain't got no money to the level of the so-called white man, so they are in the same boat. That's why the blacks and Hispanics are the same people. They're not different people. See, when you look at the racial wealth gap, the Hispanics and the blacks are right neck to neck. Then you got the so-called white man. He about to bust through the roof with the wealth, and the blacks and Hispanics wealth is almost at zero. And so this is pretty much the problem with how uh, these men or these the enemies of our nation prop up the so-called black woman to say, "Oh, you need to go get a GD, I mean PhD, and rule over your man." Now let's see here. Another way that we can identify these women, because that's the main thing that's causing them to fumble and become the enemy. It says in verse 28 of chapter 28 of Deuteronomy, verse 44, it says, "He shall lend to you, and you shall not lend to him. He shall be the head, and you shall be the tail." So when you look at the racial wealth gap, it clearly shows you that that's what's going on here in America and here in all the nations of the so-called white man. Because this is the curse. This is the curse on the children of Israel. This is not a curse on anybody else or any other nation. It's only on the children of Israel. And so, and this curse was going to be placed on these black women by a nation. Deuteronomy 28:49, it says, "The Lord shall bring a nation against you." Verse 48, it says, "Therefore thou shalt serve thy enemies, um, which the Lord shall send against you in hunger, thirst, nakedness, and in want of all things." See, you're going to be under this nation, and you're going to want anything that you want, you're going to have to get it from this nation. And that's the situation that the so-called black woman is in, and they don't understand this. They think they're free. They got a PhD. They think they're free. See, they not a slave no more. Slavery is over with. Things done changed. You can go and get a job. You can be, you can get a PhD and live in a big house like the white man. What y'all complaining about? What are y'all complaining about? You Negroes lazy, and y'all don't want to go serve the white man so he can give you some money. See, y'all just want to complain and sit on y'all behind, and then and want a woman to go work for you and give you something. See, that's the mentality of these women, and they destroy it because they don't understand the situation, and they don't want to understand. Only thing they want to understand is, I want to live in pleasure. I want pleasure. I want to have fun. That's as far as my mind gonna go. I don't want my mind to go. No, my mind don't need to go nowhere else. But if it do it feel good and it is fun and exciting, my mind don't need to go nowhere else. Why is my mind going anywhere else but that there? See, there's no need for my mind to go nowhere else. I got to think positive. Positivity is excitement, fun, and prosperity for me. I don't need to think about no other things. See, no other thoughts supposed to come into my brain. I'm supposed to think positive. This is the retardation of the situation that the so-called white man put them in through his philosophy, his religion. See, and religion just go for bondage. See, it go back to the Greek word religios, that's pretty much telling you in bondage, man. Somebody putting you in bondage. They holding you back from the truth. See, the truth don't deal with no positivity and all that mess. The truth is the truth. If somebody rob and kill you, you gonna say, man, you gonna talk about it. You're not gonna talk about, no, that's not positive. I don't want to word, but look at nothing that ain't positive. No, man, the truth is everything. It's wickedness, it's righteousness, it's good, it's bad. See, it's love and it's hate. That is the truth. But see, the so-called white man don't deal with the truth. He deal with lies and flattery. And that's why he get these women to destroy themselves and destroy the children. That's why the children are the oppressors in the neighborhood, because they've been raised by these uh, black women that's created by the so-called white man, because black women don't exist. They exist in America, see, but they don't exist in Africa. They don't. Black women is not in Africa. They don't call themselves black women. They was never calling themselves black women until these so-called white peoples was pushing the Negroes to do that crap. See, they would call themselves after their tribe, after their country. It wasn't no such thing as a black woman over there. They understood the law of God and they went with that. They didn't go with Christianity. They had to go over there and push Christianity on them people. Them people was living by the laws of God. That's why you got uh, men with multiple wives over there, because that's according to the laws of God. See, when you come to America, he changed that law. See, and wore out the saints, especially the men, because the men is the foundation of the nation. The women is not the foundation. That's another lie that this devil tells. And see, the women become the enemy when they want to go with his philosophy and stand up against the black man and battle the black. It shouldn't be no uh, gender war. It's only a gender war because the women it has become the enemy. They're agreeing with the enemy, and it seems like it's a gender war, but it's not no gender war. The women, this is just the group of women that's been falling for the tricks of the devil. At the end of the day, the lies and the philosophy and the brain manipulation, psychology. He know how they mind work, and he know hypnotism and all this kind of stuff, and he using everything on them. See, and ain't no um, man that can save him out of this situation. Let's get this. Don't get it twisted. Don't think for 1 second that somebody trying to save them. Uh, because you can't save them. You only can do what the Lord tell us to do is warn they behind now. He the only one that can save them. He the only one that can bring them out of that mindset of being an enemy to their nation. Deuteronomy 28:68 is saying the Lord shall bring you into bondage again with ships. That's how we got over here to America. By the way whereof I spake unto you, you shall see it no more again. Talking about your homeland. You ain't never left this country as a people and became totally free. It say, and there you shall be sold to your enemies. In the place where them ships drop you off, you're going to be sold to your enemy. That's what happened on them auction blocks for slave man and slave woman. And it say, no man shall buy you, meaning no man shall redeem you, pay the price that you pay any kind of price so you can be free. No man gonna be able to redeem you, especially back to your homeland either, because they done took that over. So ain't nobody can redeem you, because this is the kingdom of the so-called white man, and you ain't no redemption coming until he is out of the way. He got to be taken out of the way. So you're not finna be redeemed by no man. No man can't save you. Only the Lord can free your mind from bondage, but he not even gonna do that until he come and crack the sky, which he already done with these UFOs flying all over the place. And so these women, they don't know the truth, And that's why they walking down the path of the wicked, like Proverbs 4 and 14. See, they going down the path with the wicked, and they don't understand that it's leading them to destruction. It's not going to lead them to something that they want. And they chasing the pleasure and the so-called fake freedom, but it's always ending in depression, obesity, can't keep a man in the house, can't keep a man around them. It always end in disaster. That's why you had one, I think what was the name? The Burns family. That the woman killed the man and herself. Both of them millionaires. They got their own businesses between each other. He doing insurance. She doing got two salons, and she blow both of their brains out because that you when you walk down that path, it might not happen as soon as you get on the path, but that path gonna lead to destruction. You see, and it's only one way. You got to understand that it's a law, and if you're not going by these laws, you're gonna be destroyed. And if you just despise the word pretty much is the law. What's that? Proverbs 13 and 13. The law is in the word, and pretty much the whole word is the law. The law goes all the way to the writings of Paul when he tell the women not to usurp authority over the man. You don't supposed to be ruling over no man. I don't give a dang how much money the white man give you. If your man is ruling over you and the white man hand you $1 million, you supposed to go hand that $1 million to your man. See, if you working with the laws of God, you will say, husband, this white man gave me $1 million. Here you go. What you gonna do with it? That's it. Proverbs 13 and 13. Whosoever despises the word shall be destroyed, but he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded. See, they don't fear the commandments. They don't want to do any commandments, anything in this book, right? This Bible. You can throw that crap in the garbage, man. It's all about me, the white man, and my money. I don't care about nothing else. Y'all talking foolishness. Y'all some haters. Y'all jealous. Go sit down somewhere. See, that's how the mentality of these black women. If they calling themselves a black woman, first of all, they destroyed, and that's the mindset that they got. See, if you still calling yourself a black woman in 2021, finna be 22, you might as well hang it up because it's only one way out of here, and you got to know who you are to get out of here. That is the certified truth, and you got to be submitting to the laws of God. If you despise them commandments, you're gonna be destroyed. But I'm gonna leave it there. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Kakadash. Double honors to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, descendants of slaves scattered around the globe. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.